Hi, welcome to Public Relations. Today we're going to talk about employee communications. Let's lead off with this stupendous example of how things ought to be handled in the workplace.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just forgot. But it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great. And I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo. Okay?
Yeah, no,
Bye-bye,
I have
Peter.
the memo. I've got it. It's right.
Hello, Phil. What's happening?
Okay, maybe TPS reports are not necessarily the best way to improve overall communication. The fact of the matter is since the Industrial Revolution forward, many companies have operated under the idea that employees are expendable. They assume bosses should control all the information and remain stoic, and that there needs to be bureaucratic pecking order. All three of these things tend to lead to something really bad. Essentially, when you are expendable and we control the information, then there is a pecking order. What results is an attitude that creates troublesome issues. Troublesome issues means that employees are not really buying into what the organization does. The worker-boss relationship has suffered greatly in the face of layoffs, slow recoveries, insufficient management response to productivity. Bad things generally happen in the organization, and these things tend to sour workers on what they feel about the place they work. Only 1 in 5 workers, as a result, give full discretionary effort on the job. They don't feel like they are appreciated because they're not appreciated. Low engagement results in one bad thing, and that is shareholder returns are 44% lower than average. And finally, when workers identify with their employers, they become advocates. We call this organizational identification. And it results in what we would refer to as the connected workplace. The communication is both downward, which means that it's adequate, useful in helping people understand how they contribute, what they do matters. And it's also reliable, and that is that workers feel trust with the people that run their organizations, and they can feel as though they can buy in because they feel like they're accomplishing something. That's an ultimate reward for everybody that goes to work. I know what I do, and I know how well I do it, and I know that what I do matters. The other side of the communication tree is coming up from the bottom, if you will. I would prefer to call it the front lines. When information flows freely from the front lines to managers, then employees' ideas, responses to their work, and critiques generally lead to improvement of execution. And that's what we rely on the organization to do, to execute the firm's strategy. Finally, when we act on this feedback as managers, employee engagement follows. So let's do a quick review of what we know here. The first question is, a firm should inspire both upward and downward communication because it improves organizational identification, which means all employees have uniform ID cards. There's an org chart printed on the wall. No one is confused for working for the competition. And people have a perception of oneness or belongingness to the organization. We'll play that thinking music right now. Now, what is your answer? Yes, people have a perception of oneness or belongingness to the organization. All the academic research shows that the organizational identification concept increases a result of the perceived external prestige of the organization. When people feel good about what they do, they feel good about themselves and how they are treated. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship, if you will.